Hi, welcome back to the Potsmoker's Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Potsmoker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name. Now, today, we're beginning the 19th chapter of the Potsmoker's Bible, which is the 16th chapter of the book of Zion. It's called They That Hate Me, and it goes like this. This chapter is about society and its adherence to the war on drugs. The tactics of the state is used and the true to life danger my people face on a daily basis is pointed out. The hypocrisy of this society in regards to legal substances like alcohol are also brought to the fore. So this chapter shows the character of society. According to this chapter, the moral character of America in particular and society as a whole is on display. We are told here about current moral issues. Black Lives Matter and Me Too are real life examples of the message of this chapter. We have already seen the sins of my people. Now we learn the sins of our accusers, and their sins are many. It is their sins that do harm to my people and to the world at large. Their sins are real and deadly, which proves my people are more innocent than we appear. A good number of the sins of society seems to be based on the use of language. Propaganda uses hard words and outright lies or fabrications to debase us and all others. Every social group has its own rhetoric for this group of people known as the other. Hateful words are used. Language is a large part of the world's problems. Language used by each and every side. Governments, religions, and the heritage of families together have demoralized our society. Language is used as weapons. Rumors and lies rule our lives. We see ourselves as the other because we are taught to see ourselves that way by the language used by the state, the church, and family histories. All three of these social orders have been used against the people of Zion. The government passed laws to destroy us. The religions use us as scapegoats, the evil ones, who must be destroyed in the judgment of God. And our parents treat us as though we have betrayed every member of our family. Combined, these three groups have done us great harm. Humanity is a gullible race. Propaganda, by its very nature, is unreliable. Yet Americans have let itself be led down the path of destruction without even bothering to check the facts. We are told that drugs are evil and all who use them are also evil. So, but no one bothers to see if it's true. They just say, okay, drugs are evil. Humanity has become fools who are willing to believe anything. Take, for instance, Trump. Anyone who can be a Trumpster is a fool, simply because he has no truth. Yet his fans love him. He tells lies so often and of such magnitude that no one can believe a word he says, yet people do. In fact, to my utter shame, my family loves Trump. How can you stand behind a man who tells lies every day to your face without remorse or regret or any form of conscience? Trump is proof of the gullibility of the human race. It is this misuse of language and the history of separatism that has made us fragmented. The fact that we have prejudices that are being acted up on shows that we have crossed a moral line that has dire consequences. Hate crimes, mass shootings, terrorist attacks, and the utter destruction of my people all point out to the folly of rhetoric and racist teachings. In regards to the people of Zion, this use of language to demoralize us to society has done its job too well. The war on drugs stopped the emergence of a new people as priests by projecting them to be harmful and lawless. We have emerged, but not as priests, but as criminals. This was done in 1939, when the prohibition began. The media blitz that began the war was pure propaganda. Hollywood was employed to create a false, very negative image of marijuana use. That image is still the basis for the need to wage the war. The rumors, lies, and false allegations of 1939 still rules the social narrative. The allegations of the war on drugs alleges that the people of Zion are criminals capable of violence and chaos so horrific that they must be separated from society at all costs. But prison taught me that true crimes are committed by everyone. Drugs don't create criminals. Society creates criminals. The war on drugs isn't about drugs turning good people bad. It's about the government's desire to control, manipulate, and profit from a minority group that it created for that very purpose. The war on drugs is a set of laws that created a means for the states to profit from the labor of the most vulnerable citizens. It preys upon the poor, the non-white, and the defenseless, widows, the elderly, and the fatherless. These people are stripped of their rights, their property, their heritage, their future, and their livelihoods, all of which goes to the state. The citizens of every nation which wages the war on drugs are being robbed. Tax money is used to wage the war. A portion of every dollar or currency on this planet goes to this war. The government uses taxpayers' money to steal from a minority group which they created. So everyone is getting ripped off by the states who participate. And what's really bad is drugs are used by society for the very same reasons we use illegal drugs. Case in point, alcohol. The Gray point this out clearly. Society, the society that imprisons me for marijuana use legally sells alcohol. Alcohol is a far worse drug. Yet, it is legal. The use of alcohol by society makes the war on drugs a joke. Alcohol is a drug. Alcohol use is dangerous. It has the ability to make you astral project. When people black out, they are actually leaving their bodies, which is then open to outside things. The Gray used this ability to visit me through an associate. So, having alcohol legal is actually very dangerous. Alcohol also does harm to the body. It is a poison. It can and does kill. It does both short and long-term damage. People also become physically addicted to it. Of all the drugs available, alcohol is one of the most deadly. Yet, this is the legal drug. The illegal drugs like marijuana promote peace. Drugs like meth promote industry. Cocaine enhances human strength. But alcohol promotes violence and loss of control over the physical body. So why is alcohol legal? And alcohol isn't the only harmful legal drug. Many of the drugs sold as medication are harmful and very deadly. Most of these drugs are advertised, promoted by the state as safe. Doctors are given incentives to sell these harmful drugs to sick people. So it's not just alcohol that the governments deem legal, but truly harmful drugs such as illegal, deadly medication. Then, there are the opioids. Pain pills so addictive that people will sell their souls for them. Legal drugs, promoted, which are so addictive that there's an epidemic of addiction to it. The drug lords, we call pharmaceuticals, promoted these drugs as likely to be abused, saying, here's a great drug to use illegally. Try it, you'll be addicted. The true drug lords created a very profitable drug abuse crisis that they are controlling through lobbyists in the government. Then there are the date rape drugs. Drugs designed and sold as the means to abuse others sexually. Date rape drugs are man-made drugs that it's a true testament to the character of the society that such a drug exists or is allowed to be used in such a manner. Damn all who allow or abuse such a drug. The legal status of alcohol and the abuse of pharmaceuticals for profit makes the war on drugs a hypocritical exercise of the abuse of power and the public safety. My drugs only harm me. Your drugs harm society. The hypocrisy of the war on drugs belies its wholesome facade. The Torah, This chapter also points out the violence used against my people. The rampant abuse of power by the police in this country is most prevalent against the blacks. But I wonder how much of that is racial as opposed to Zionitic. My black people have a double whammy. First, for being black, then for being drug users. But they aren't the only ones being killed. Every time a Zionite has a run-in with the police, there is a chance it will turn ugly. All Zionites, black included, are in danger. But the black men of America, be they Zionite or otherwise, are in the most horrific danger of all. I may be white, but I'm not proud of it. To me, all humans are the same. Black lives do matter. They have to matter the most because they suffer the most violence. This violence comes from the cities for the most part. The wealthy live in towers. The poor are beaten and deprived of everything their meager means allow. This ivory tower society has led us to a place where no one is truly safe. And I am going to stop there for today. So, the next time we'll take off with the second part of the general reading. Until then, may the Grey watch over you, protect you, guide you, and keep you from all harm. May you always be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light. May you always be happy and high. Know that I love you, that I will stand and fight for you. Later, because I'll never say goodbye.